Welcome to the race-by-race preview for Sha Tin on Saturday afternoon with the running of the feature races. Race number 7, the Panasonic Cup, part of a 10-race program, 2 races on the all-weather and the remaining 8 races on the turf. Warm welcome to the preview. Tom Wood here, joined by Paul Lally and Nick Child. And Nick, the Panasonic Cup is the feature, but a lot to look forward to through the course of the afternoon. Yeah,
plenty, Tom. It's going to be a good day's racing, that's for sure. Plenty of newcomers, that's always an interesting angle. And Jai McNeil, looking forward to him making his debut here in Hong Kong. So plenty to get our teeth stuck into.
Yeah, but it does look like Jai's got a few nice rides through the day, Paul, but the triple trio, that'll be one of the big talking points.
Yeah, it will be. It's a big jackpot. 25.4 million starting off there, so it's going to get up to around over 38 million, we're estimating. So that's a pretty good one there. There's plenty of first starters as well, so we'll see how they go throughout the card.
Yep, a number of first starters right through the afternoon, be it PPGs or PPs, which are the overseas raced horses that are arriving here. We can have a look at what is coming up for the program at Sha Tin, and race number 1 is the Panasonic handicap. It is class 4, 1200 metres. Of course, a restricted race, so basically is a 3-year-old maiden over the 1200 metres. Dashing Triumphs had 2 starts, did win as a Griffin. Happy 1, blinkers on, visors off, tongue tie comes off as well. Beau Goss, a newcomer. Craig's Master, a newcomer. Likewise, Devil and Gold will sport the tongue tie. Multi Super, a newcomer by Vancouver. Seize the Dream, another newcomer. Strongest Boy, with David Hayes and Keith Young from Barrier 14. Super Fast Dragon, Luke Curry, has had 2 trials. Superb Capitalist has looked very good in his 2 winning trials for Tony Cruz and also Angus Chung. And you've got Joyful Champion, who's had the most starts out of all of them. Noble Ace, the blinkers on. Young Sparkle and Glory Bobo at the bottom. Speed here, Nick. Superb Capitalist, looks like he's got plenty. Glory Bobo's got a bit, but doesn't have a lot of stamina.
Yes, and I mean, he's the horse with experience as far as racing's concerned, so I mean, Glory Bobo probably better placed, but what we've seen at the trials from Superb Capitalist has been very, very eye-catching, and he's shown good dash. Happy 1 has obviously got experience as well, and I imagine they might want to try and put that to good use. And Young Sparkle, Paul, another horse who's done nothing wrong, and can probably count on that experience, but it's an interesting one.
Yeah, so Young Sparkle's got that sort of inside barrier draw, so that's really going to suit him, so I think he'll be pushed on. Craig's Master, Strongest Boy, have been a bit slow away in their trials. I think they'll go back.
Rightio, let's have a look at what we can dissect here for this first race on the program. Happy 1 in the contest for Frankie Laurie. Hasn't exactly taken the world by storm in his recent 2 trials, but Nick caught up with his trainer on Friday morning.
Frankie, Happy 1 is your runner in race number 1. He's had a couple of runs already. He's got the experience. Bringing him back to the races this season, are you happy with the way he's prepared?
He trialled 2 times. The first trial is not really good, and the second trial, he trialled on the 3rd. He's okay, not too bad. But anyway, I need to give him a run first.
I had a look at his trials. Now, interesting that you talk of the trials, because he seems to be a better horse in the afternoons at the racecourse than he is in the mornings at the trials. Would that be fair? I mean, he's never really set the world alight trialling, has he, this horse?
Yeah, this horse is a little bit tricky in the morning. He's from UK. He always need to have a horse in front. He's good. If no horse in front, he's just looking around and maybe do some bad habit, kicking around or just turn.
do you think he's still a work in progress then? I mean, he is only a young horse still, isn't he?
Yes. And later on, I think he can go a little bit further, yeah.
You've changed some headgear with him. The visor's coming off, blinkers are going on, tongue tie's coming off as well.
Yeah.
What brought you to that decision?
I want him to more concentrate, so that's why I put the blinkers on. And last time I put the tongue tie on, I think you can see in the way the tongue just coming out. So this time I just take off the tongue tie for him, yeah.
Yeah, certainly not ideal with the tongue tie, of course. And on his track work, Zach Purton rides, obviously no better man. Has he been happy with the track work? I mean, the track work actually, perhaps, if you don't mind me saying, probably looked better than the trials.
Yeah, in the morning, his form looks good, yeah.
And just the nature of this race, Frankie, obviously there are 8 newcomers.
Yeah.
Your horse having experience,
yeah,
that's got to be a massive plus.
But sometimes I don't know, he's still a little bit, I'm not sure, but anyway, we can find out after the race, yeah.
So we've had the debrief there on Happy One for Frankie Law. I think I said at the top of the show as well, this basically was a 3-year-old maiden race. Of course, Dashing Triumph has won, so he's not a maiden, of course, but that was in Griffin company. We can move on and have a look at the next of them, and it is Young Sparkle here, Paul. Ran well last start. Joyful Champion, who's got the equal most convictions in this race. He's here with Noble Ace, who pulled up, well, they thought he might have had an issue last time out. Ryder was concerned with his action.
Yeah, so look, Young Sparkle, the best of these, I think, and look, he's going to get a nice run. He's drawn nicely. He should be just in behind the pace, so I have included him on a monoline.
Yeah, Joyful Champion is a horse who just drops a few points, as he has done in his last couple of starts, so he might get to a workable mark at some point. He's not without ability. Yep,
no, he's not. So we can have a look now at Super Fast Dragon. He's in this trial here. Now, this is California Forest leading this. Seize the Dream also in this trial. Nick, I haven't seen enough from him in his trials to work him into calculations here.
No, as far as Super Fast Dragon's concerned, I've quite liked his trials, actually. He's down as a 6-furlong winner, and he's a half-brother to 3 winners over sprint trips as well. And, well, his sale price, Paul, increased nicely from yearling to 2-year-old stage, and it looks justified on those trials.
Yeah, and look, he's a big horse. He's 12.05 pounds. He's had these 2 trials to get him ready. I've included him because I haven't minded the trials either.
Yep, won that trial well. Now, Superb Capitalist, who looks like he probably will go out favoured in this race, Paul. Half a stride slow away in his most recent trial, but in the end won it very easily, 7 3/4 lengths.
He's looked good, hasn't he? And he gets a £10 claim, which is good from a low draw. I think he'll be very positive. He'll either lead, or if Glory Bobo really wants to lead, he'll take him on. I think this horse can win. He's going really nicely at the moment, and punters agreeing at this stage.
Yeah, he stretched away nicely there, didn't he, to clear out to go and win, and both of those trials impressive. Draws a good gate. He's got the tongue tie on first time, so no excuses there, and he can clearly gallop. One
more to have a look at here. Everyone was with him on debut. This horse, Glory Bobo, at 1.3. Hasn't lived up to that billing, though. Nick won a trial by 8 lengths.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was a nice enough trial. How much do you read into it? Obviously, is open to debate. But as you say, look, he was a short price on his debut. That's Circuit 9 form. I don't particularly like it on what we've seen from him since, but trial looked all right, Paul.
Yeah, look, it was a nice, quiet trial for him, wasn't he? And he won it easy. We've seen him go to the front, but he hasn't got that stamina. That's the problem. He's got speed, but no stamina.
No, he's been a little disappointing at Glory Bobo. OK, 8 first starters, Paul. Picking that at least a couple of them have made it into your selections for the first.
3, actually. I've got the top 3 are all first starters. I haven't sort of been taken with the race runners too much. So Superb Capitalist on top from his trials. Multi Super, now he's 11.69 pounds, cross noseband on first time for him. He's had 3 trials. They've looked good. Super Fast Dragon, we saw his trial, in Young Sparkle as well. So 10, 6, 9 and 13.
Yeah, I've got the same on top selection as Paul here. I'm really impressed by this horse's trials. Superb Capitalist, and he can go on top for me. He's going to carry lightweight. Obviously, Angus Chung's £10 claim coming into effect as well. Look, Happy One. Look, for all his trials have not been very good, in a word. He has got race form, and I thought he improved from first to second start. So maybe he's just a horse that brings it to the racecourse, and they have changed the gear with him. Young Sparkle's done nothing wrong. I think he can call on that experience. And Super Fast Dragon, another one I think you can like, perhaps more so going forward, but he's a nice-looking son of Deepfield, and he's trialled well. 10, 2, 13 and 9.
Both the boys are keen on Superb Capitalist in the first race at Sha Tin on Saturday. Fascinating race it will be with 8 first starters, and he is the early favourite at 2.6.